Hi. There's growing interest in individual responses to food and certain food components, under the assumption that we're all different, and that this also applies to our dietary needs. Now, this is a very important topic that I want to address in a bit more detail. In general, the success of a nutritional intervention is determined based on calculation of the mean effect of the treatment. And it often turns out that there is no effect, which means that on average, there's no effect. However, it's important to keep in mind that different people may respond quite differently to changes in diet composition. Now, consider an experiment in which subjects were given a particular type of fiber in a pill for 4 weeks, followed by 4 weeks of placebo. Now, at the end of each 4-week period, blood was drawn, and blood cholesterol levels were measured. Now, the difference in blood cholesterol between placebo and fiber was determined and plotted per individual, which were numbered 1 to 20. And it showed large variation in responsiveness between individuals. Whereas blood cholesterol was higher after the fiber intervention in some individuals, blood cholesterol was actually substantially lower after fiber in other individuals. Now, assuming that nearly similar results would be obtained if the entire experiment was repeated, it can be concluded that the fiber intervention has a beneficial effect on some individuals, but may actually be harmful in other individuals. Now, the variation in responsiveness between subjects is often considered to be random variation, and is traditionally dealt with in nutritional studies by increasing the number of study subjects, thereby increasing the so-called power of a study. However, among nutrition scientists, there is growing awareness that we're not all the same, and that the variation in individual responsiveness to dietary changes is reproducible and therefore real, and must have a true biological and/or genetic basis. Which means that we need to rid ourselves of the mantra that one size fits all, and we need to embrace the notion that people may react differently to a particular dietary change. Now, figuring out how everybody responds to dietary changes and to adjust nutritional advice accordingly, which is referred to as personalized nutrition, is one of the major challenges that the field of nutritional science will be facing in the next few years.